Alright, we're back out here again. We're gonna weld the box up a little bit. And I got eBay supplied this fan and the water cooler. I can't weld the stainless to steel, so I'll have to make a bracket. But it's the kind that I like. This tube runs all the way up into there, so if it pukes enough coolant in, it'll go out and just drain to the ground. So it should work for an overflow. I'll let it suck in and out. You kind of have to have that. It's going to mount real nice over here on this side. Let's see how that works. It's going to work out real well. I might not even need a bracket. I might just be able to drill a couple holes. We'll have to see. But that'll be my overflow. But we need to get the box welded if I don't run out of gas. See what happens. Alright, I welded it as much as I could. And then I took it off. And I've got it all 100% welded. There's no air can come in other than this front edge, which that front edge, it really isn't going to matter. But it's tacked up there pretty good along that front edge. I think I'm going to go in here and now that I got all that box made, I can cut the obstructions out of the original mounts that I made and get a little better airflow going through there and cut all that out, smooth it up with a grinder. I'm going to do that now because I mean it's a solid box. You know, it's all one solid piece. Comes out here, grabs it with that bar. It's all welded solid all the way around. So I can go in there now and cut that stuff out of the middle, and then I'll bolt it on, and that part should be done, and then I can start making the mount for the catch can. Alright, yesterday I got that all cut out, and I'm down to, probably if I would have had one more razor blade, I would have been able to finish that. But Harbor Freight having a sale on razor blades. 10-pack, $5.99. I got 10 of them, so I got 100 blades today. I doubt we're going to run out. We might be able to actually finish this. And I got some black Krylon spray paint to paint it. And hopefully we'll get this finished. I was hoping to get it finished last night, but well, we're back to it again. It's all welded. I want to cut that out so that it'll actually all, you know, it's all welded box now. I don't need that in there. So here we go again. Alright, I got everything in there cut and ground. Ready for some spray paint. And I've taken made marks with the marker. I'm going to drill it and mount that overflow can there. And then after those are drilled, then I'll take the whole thing off and buff the outside and spray paint it. Spray paint it black. Not this part, just the box part. Kind of hide it. Alright, so I got the bolt holes drilled. And I like to weld the nuts on the back side. And when it comes to putting this stuff together, I mean, after you paint it, you might have to drill and tap it, but when you go to bolt all this stuff together, I mean, it's just easy to stab a bolt in. You just weld the nut on the back, and you don't have to worry about tapping all kinds of stuff. And really, this isn't thick enough. You really need 3 threads. This isn't thick enough anyway, so I'll weld the nut on the back side and then whenever I go to take this stuff apart, it'll just, you know, you don't have to put a wrench on the nut on the back while I do it while I'm fabbing. So I'm gonna take it off now, and I'm gonna buff sand the outsides, get this thing all, the inside of it painted black. Yeah. Alright, I got her all scuffed down with some 40 grit on a grinder, and I'm gonna take some Krylon here and shoot it black. Alright, I got it all painted a gloss black there, and we'll let it dry, and then we're gonna put it on the truck and start fitting up the pieces in that, the radiator and the internal inside that box. It's going to be a push fan, and then also the coolant catch. I didn't buy the hose for it. I need to buy the hose for that overflow tank, but we can mount it on, mount everything up, mount this to the truck, and then we're really getting close to putting the motor in. Oh, so I got her all bolted on. You see it's going to have some pretty good airflow through there to that radiator. And I've got the electric fan here. I'm going to mount it on. I got the feet pushed on. I'll shove the thing through and mount that on the front. And then we'll bolt that radiator in. Not going to worry about the wiring or anything right now, but I'm just going to get it put on there, and then the radiator put on, and then we'll put the catch coolant can on. Alright, I got the push things through, and I got the fan mounted, and it's going to go inside that box now. So I'll have a push pull. See the things you shove through there. I have a push pull fan. We're gonna have it just like so. Alright, I get it bolted on now. Alright, so we got our radiator mounted. We got our air dam completely finished. We got us a 14-inch. We're gonna run it as a push fan to blow the air through the radiator. If it gets hot, we can flip a switch on. And then we got our overflow coolant tank over here on the side. We'll have to, I got to connect a hose from here over there and then run a hose down. But she's ready. I'm at the point now where it's time to shove that motor in. Now that I know where that radiator is going to be at. But pretty happy how it turned out. The air's got to go through that grill, and there's a fan inside there. You can kind of see but it's going to suck cold air from the outside, and I think it turned out pretty good. But now that I got that done, you know, there's 3-4 days worth of work there. Nobody's ever going to care. That fills in that gap, that, you know, that air dam painted black like that. So we're ready. One of the tedious things I got to do, but you know, I had to do that firewall, which is boring, and I had to make that whole radiator to where it'll actually function, not just be bolted on the front. We'll get that motor in there now. We'll make some motor plates, and then we'll get inside and make that floor. I got everything to make the floor. The bad thing is I only got like a couple hundred gallons of pounds of gas there, so hopefully we can make it to the store before Thanksgiving so I can start putting this floor in after I make the transmission mounts and everything, the transmission motor mounts. But she's getting close to maybe throwing some rooster tails in snow. here in Ohio if we keep going at a good place. All right, thanks for checking in.